The 1972 D Jefferson nickel struck at the Denver Mint and marked with the iconic D Mint mark is part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series that began in 1938. While the majority of these coins are considered common and circulate widely in the United States, a small percentage possess qualities that make them incredibly rare and highly valuable. In recent years, some high-grade or rare specimens of the 1972 D Jefferson nickel have fetched market prices as high as $8,000, captivating both experienced numismatists and everyday coin enthusiasts. But what exactly makes a 5-cent coin from the 1970s worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in the coin's design intricacies, minting quality, grading rarity, and unique error types, all of which contribute to its numismatic significance. To fully appreciate the potential value of the 1972 D Jefferson nickel, one must first understand its historical and physical context. This coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by artist Felix Schlug. Jefferson, the third president of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence, is depicted facing left, accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1972. On the reverse is a detailed image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, with the inscriptions "E Pluribus Unum," United States of America, Monticello, and the denomination 5 cents. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and weighs exactly 5 grams. The Denver Mint struck over 300 million Jefferson nickels in 1972, making it one of the most common issues in the series by sheer volume. However, not all of those 300 million coins were created equally. Minting inconsistencies, machine errors, and natural wear over time have left only a handful of examples in mint state condition, and even fewer with the coveted full steps designation. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at MS662, MS67 with full steps FS can command premium prices. A perfect storm of a high-grade strike, immaculate surfaces, and well-defined architectural steps on Monticello can catapult the value of an otherwise ordinary coin into the thousands. It's these rare survivors that collectors are constantly hunting for. One of the most crucial features for collectors of Jefferson nickels is the full steps FS designation. This refers to the horizontal lines on the front of Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse of the coin. Due to weak strikes and worn dies, it's difficult to find coins from the 1970s with clear, uninterrupted steps. In fact, for the 1972 D issue, finding a coin with 5 or 6 complete steps is exceedingly rare. Coins with strong full steps are often the result of fresh dies striking high-quality planchettes with perfect alignment. Such examples can reach $5,000 to $8,000 or more, depending on overall condition and certification. But it's not just about strike quality. The error coin market has made the 1972 D Jefferson nickel even more exciting for collectors. Some known errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, double dies, and even coins struck on foreign planchettes. One highly sought-after error is the double die obverse DDO, where the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" appear slightly doubled under magnification. These kinds of errors can fetch thousands when combined with high preservation. Another fascinating minting error includes coins struck on dime planchettes, resulting in a smaller, lighter nickel missing parts of the design. These error nickels are prized not only for their rarity but also for the visual appeal and uniqueness they bring to any collection. Additionally, the growing popularity of registry sets has pushed demand for high-grade Jefferson nickels through the roof. Collectors submitting coins to PCGS or NGC for inclusion in competitive sets are always on the lookout for top population coins that can earn high rankings. For the 1972 D Jefferson nickel, coins graded MS67 FS are so rare that owning one can significantly boost a registry set's value and status. This competitiveness has led to intense bidding wars at auctions, further increasing the coin's market price. The Jefferson nickel series itself has gained substantial popularity in the past 2 decades, as collectors have started appreciating its longevity, design consistency, and the challenge of completing a full set in high grades. As coins from the 1970s approach or surpass the half-century mark, their appeal grows not just for their historical value, but also for the nostalgia they evoke. Coins like the 1972 D are no longer just everyday change, they're pieces of American history that remind us of a unique economic and cultural era. When we consider the historical backdrop of 1972, it adds another layer of appeal to this coin. The early 1970s marked a time of political upheaval, economic challenges, and cultural transformation in the U.S. from the Vietnam War to the Watergate scandal and the rise of new cultural movements. Coins from this time capture a piece of that evolving American story. A 1972 D Jefferson nickel in pristine condition can be seen as a preserved relic from that transformative decade. Moreover, the value of coins is steadily increasing, particularly those with exceptional qualities or unique attributes. As inflation reduces the purchasing power of modern currency, many collectors are turning to rare coins as a form of investment. Coins like the 1972 D Jefferson nickel especially in full steps or error condition, offer both a historical narrative and a financial asset. With only a handful of coins reaching top grades, demand continues to outpace supply, driving up market values even further. It's also important to highlight the role of third-party grading services like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service and NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies provide authentication, grading, and encapsulation services that protect the coin and verify its condition. Coins that are slabbed with a high MS grade and labeled with FS4 full steps tend to sell for much higher amounts than raw, ungraded examples. A 1972D Jefferson nickel-graded MS67FS by PCGS, for example, could easily fetch over $8,000 at a prestigious numismatic auction. In summary, while the 1972D Jefferson nickel may initially seem like a typical coin you'd find in spare change, the reality is far more exciting. Rare high-grade examples with full steps, uncommon mint errors, or superb luster and strike quality are considered treasures in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner just checking pocket change, it's worth taking a close look at your 1972D nickels. With rising market demand, limited high-grade populations, and fascinating varieties, this humble 5-cent coin can be worth thousands. Next up, the 1981D Jefferson nickel, minted at the Denver Mint and bearing the D Mint mark, is a fascinating piece of American coinage history that is often overlooked in everyday circulation. While this nickel was produced in massive quantities, over 676 million coins, it's the exceptional, rare examples that collectors desperately seek. These include nickels in perfect mint state, with full steps Fs, or those with rare minting errors, which have recently been auctioned for prices up to $5,000. The 1981D Jefferson nickel may seem like an ordinary 5-cent coin at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, it's a potential hidden gem with historical, aesthetic, and financial value, especially for collectors who understand the finer points of condition, grading, and rarity. To fully understand the significance of this coin, it's important to begin with the Jefferson nickel series itself. Introduced in 1938, this series replaced the beloved Buffalo nickel and was designed by Felix Schlag, whose design depicted a portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left on the obverse. The reverse side of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, which is a cornerstone of American architecture and history. Despite the simple appearance, Monticello's fine details, especially the horizontal steps leading up to the building, have become crucial for collectors, as they are often used to determine how well a coin was struck. These horizontal steps are what give rise to the full steps designation, and achieving this clarity on a coin requires a precise and forceful strike at the mint, a rarity for coins from the early 1980s. The composition of the 1981D Jefferson nickel is the standard 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy that has been used since 1946. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. Despite its lack of precious metal content, its true value comes from the grade and strike quality, along with the presence of notable minting errors. The Denver Mint, known for high-volume coin production, sometimes produces coins with die fatigue or alignment issues due to the sheer number of coins being minted. This means that any coin emerging from this facility in pristine condition, especially with sharply struck details like full steps, is a rarity and can significantly increase the coin's market value. Grading is one of the most critical aspects of determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, ranging from 1 poor to 70 perfect uncirculated condition. For the 1981D Jefferson nickel, examples graded MS662, MS67 with full steps by respected grading companies like PCGS or NGC are considered premium rarities. These coins command the highest prices at auctions, often exceeding $4,000 to $5,000, depending on eye appeal, population reports, and overall market conditions. Such coins often have brilliant luster, sharp relief, and no contact marks, which are all features that serious collectors and investors demand. The full steps designation is especially critical for Jefferson nickels because it denotes a strike quality that is exceptionally rare for certain years, including 1981. To earn the FS designation, a coin must have 5 or 6 fully defined and uninterrupted steps on Monticello. Since worn dies, insufficient pressure, or planchette flaws often cause incomplete strikes, FS designated coins from this era are few and far between. In fact, most circulated 1981D nickels don't even come close to showing full steps, making high-grade FS examples highly coveted. What adds even more excitement to the 1981D Jefferson nickel is the possibility of mint errors and die varieties. Common types of errors for this issue include off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks, strikes on wrong planchettes, and double die obverses or reverses. These errors occurred during the minting process and escaped quality control, eventually making their way into circulation. An example of a 1981D nickel struck on a dime planchetta with significant doubling in Liberty, or In God We Trust, can make the coin far more valuable than its face value. Depending on severity and eye appeal, error coins of this nature can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the coin's market value. The increasing popularity of coin roll hunting has also contributed to the fame of coins like the 1981 D. Jefferson nickel. Many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of nickels from banks or coin dealers in hopes of finding uncirculated gems or error coins. Occasionally, lucky hunters have uncovered high-grade 1981D nickels or unusual misprints that were previously unrecognized, sending them for certification and later reselling them for huge profits. The historical backdrop of the early 1980s adds another layer of interest to this coin. The United States was experiencing economic challenges such as inflation and recession, and yet the mint continued producing coins in massive volumes. Despite this, quality assurance in many cases took a backseat to quantity, which explains the general lack of full-steps examples in circulation. That's why any 1981D nickel with exceptional strike clarity or an obvious mint error becomes an outlier and a prize for collectors as time passes. Coins from the 1980s are now crossing the 40-year mark, placing them in a new category of collectability. These coins are no longer considered modern by many collectors and are quickly becoming part of the vintage coin market. Because of this shift, rare Jefferson nickels from the 1980s are rising in popularity and price. It's also worth noting that younger collectors, influenced by educational coin content on YouTube and social media, are entering the hobby and driving up demand for rare and well-preserved pieces. Moreover, with the presence of online auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and dedicated numismatic auction houses, it's easier than ever to track down the most valuable examples of the 1981 D. Jefferson nickel. In some cases, coins graded MS66Fs have achieved prices of over $4,000, while error coins and near-perfect specimens push the boundary toward the $5,000 mark. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC play a vital role in authenticating these values and providing peace of mind to buyers and sellers alike. In conclusion, the 1981 D. Jefferson nickel, though often found in pocket change, has proven to be far more than a standard coin. Rare examples with full steps or dramatic mint errors have commanded astonishing prices in the collector's market. Its value stems from the blend of condition rarity, design challenge, die state uniqueness, and error potential. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just beginning their coin collecting journey, this coin is a strong reminder that true value can hide in plain sight, with top examples reaching as high as $5,000. The 1981 D. Jefferson nickel is no longer just a 5-cent piece, it's a valuable relic of American minting history, a testament to quality over quantity, and a shining star in the Jefferson nickel series. Next up, the 1998 D. Kennedy half dollar, minted at the Denver Mint and featuring the D Mint mark, is a modern-era coin that continues to capture the attention of coin collectors, especially those who appreciate the symbolic legacy and patriotic sentiment behind its design. This coin commemorates President John F. Kennedy, one of the most iconic American figures, whose tragic assassination in 1963 prompted the immediate redesign of the half dollar to honor him. The Kennedy half dollar has since become a staple of US coinage, both in circulation and in collectors' albums. Although the 1998D issue is generally common in circulated condition, rare and flawless examples graded in top condition, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC in MS67 or higher, or with notable mint errors, have fetched market values up to $9,000, transforming this coin from a humble 50-cent piece into a potentially valuable collectible. Introduced in 1964, the Kennedy half dollar was intended to be more than just currency. It was a national tribute to a beloved president. The obverse of the coin, designed by Gilroy Roberts, features a left-facing bust of President Kennedy, while the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, displays the presidential seal and eagle, with a shield, clutching an olive branch and arrows, with a ring of stars surrounding it. The coin's patriotic imagery and emotional significance ensured its immediate popularity. By 1998, the series had already gone through over 3 decades of circulation, and the design had become a symbol of American resilience, unity, and remembrance. The 1998 D. Kennedy half dollar was struck in a clad composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, weighing 11.34 grams, with a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. While it was produced for general circulation, the coin's production numbers were relatively modest compared to other denominations, partly because half dollars had already fallen out of regular use by the public. In 1998, over 15 million half dollars were struck at the Denver Mint, a lower mintage compared to the 1970s or early 1980s. However, the real value of the 1998 D coin comes not from the mintage itself, but from condition rarity and unique minting, anomalies that make certain examples worth thousands. The grading of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its market value. On the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, most circulated 1998 D Kennedy half dollars fall in the MS62-MS63 range. However, The rarest examples, graded MS67 or MS68, are extremely hard to come by due to issues like contact marks, weak strikes, or poor luster that affect coins during the high-speed minting process. Coins in MS68, especially those with deep mirrors or proof-like surfaces, are considered exceptionally rare. According to auction records and population reports from PCGS and NGC, only a few dozen coins exist in MS68 condition, and these are the specimens that can command auction prices approaching $9,000, especially when accompanied by a full strike or visually striking appeal. Adding further appeal to the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar are minting errors and varieties. Coin errors are accidental yet collectible mistakes that occur during the minting process. Notable varieties include off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, broad strikes, strikes on foreign planchettes, and double die obverses or reverses. A 19 D. Kennedy half-dollar with dramatic doubling on the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," for example, can attract attention from error collectors and significantly boost the coin's value. Additionally, die cracks, cut errors, and struck-through errors, where foreign material interferes with the die and leaves a unique imprint, can also elevate the value of the coin into the thousands, depending on visibility and uniqueness. A very small number of special mint set SMS and proof-like coins have also been reported for 1998 D, though these are extremely rare and not part of the official issue. If found, such coins must be authenticated by professional grading services and can often cross the $5,000 to $9,000 mark depending on grade and eye appeal. These ultra-rare finds often surface in estate collections, unsearched rolls, or old coin jars, which is why many numismatists believe in carefully examining even modern-looking coins. Moreover, the popularity of coin roll hunting through bank rolls or coin hoards to find uncirculated or error coins has introduced a new generation of collectors to the thrill of discovery. Some of the highest-grade 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollars were found in unopened U.S. mint bags or rolls that were stored carefully for decades. With new collectors entering the market every year, the demand for well-preserved coins with low populations continues to increase. Historically, the Kennedy half-dollar has also gained renewed interest because of its place in American culture. The legacy of President John F. Kennedy, his speeches, policies, and untimely death continues to inspire fascination. Collectors who were alive during the 1960s often hold emotional attachment to these coins, while younger enthusiasts value them for their artistic and historical qualities. The 1998 D issue, being one of the last regularly circulated Kennedy half-dollars before the series became largely limited to collector sets in the early 2000s, holds particular significance in this context. From a numismatic investment standpoint, coins like the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar offer a compelling opportunity. While most examples may be worth only face value or a few dollars in circulated condition, high-grade certified examples with special attributes are increasingly rare in the market. As more coins are graded and entered into population databases, the rarity of MS67 and MS68 coins becomes clearer, often causing a surge in demand and value. The best-performing examples, especially those with both high-grade and dramatic errors, have been featured in major auctions like heritage auctions, where passionate collectors are willing to pay a premium. In recent years, various online platforms and forums have further increased public interest in coins like the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar. YouTube videos, social media posts, and educational blogs often highlight rare finds and teach viewers what to look for in their change jars. This digital exposure is creating a renaissance in coin collecting, particularly for modern-era coins that were once considered too new or common to collect. As a result, values are climbing not only for old coins, but for specific modern issues with compelling backstories or condition rarity. In conclusion, the 1998 D. Kennedy half-dollar stands as a modern collector's treasure. While it may appear like an ordinary coin at first glance, certain examples possess the exceptional quality, unique errors, or high-grade rarity that transform them into sought-after collectibles. With auction prices reaching up to $9,000, the 1998 D is a powerful reminder that modern coins, too, can carry significant numismatic value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, don't underestimate this half-dollar. It may just be the most valuable piece in your pocket. Next up, the 1997 D. Kennedy half-dollar, bearing the Denver Mint's D Mint mark, represents a significant entry in the long-running Kennedy half-dollar series, both for its modern appeal and its surprising collectible value when preserved in pristine condition. Struck in 1997, this coin is part of a series first introduced in 1964. In the wake of President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination, the half-dollar quickly became a tribute to a beloved American figure and a symbol of national unity, with its obverse designed by Gilroy Roberts, featuring a left-facing bust of President Kennedy, and its reverse by Frank Gasparro, showing the presidential seal with an eagle shield, olive branch, and arrows encircled by stars. The Kennedy half-dollar series was instantly embraced by the public, and even decades later, Its coins are regarded not just as currency, but as cultural relics. While the 1997 D issue is generally considered a modern-clad coin intended for general circulation, examples that are in exceptional condition, especially those graded MS67 Plus or MS68 by top-tier grading agencies like NGC or PC, or those that feature rare mint errors, can fetch as much as $1,000 in today's competitive coin market. The Kennedy half-dollar series has always held a special place in American numismatics. By 1997, the U.S. Mint was primarily striking Kennedy half-dollars for collectors, as the general public had already moved away from using 50-cent coins in daily transactions. That year, the Denver Mint struck over 19 million Kennedy half-dollars, which might suggest that the coin is relatively common. However, in terms of high-grade condition, coins, especially those that are uncirculated or struck with exceptional detail, only a small number survive in MS68 or above. Most circulated coins show marks, wear, or dullness that reduces their value to face value or a small collector premium. Yet coins preserved in original mint sets, sealed rolls, or lucky finds in old coin jars have surfaced in high grades, surprising collectors and dealers with their value in auctions. The composition of the 1997 D Kennedy half-dollar is standard for post-1971 issues, a clad composition, consisting of an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a total weight of 11.34 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. Despite the fact that it lacks silver, the coin's design and symbolism make it a popular collector item, especially among those who appreciate the coin's tribute to JFK. In the case of the 1997 DEI, what elevates a coin to a value of $1,000 or more is its grade, eye appeal, and rarity of condition. Grading is an essential part of the modern numismatic marketplace. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. And for Kennedy half-dollars, any graded MS67 or higher is considered premium, especially in a modern coin. Most 1997 D coins fall in the MS63-MS65 range, making MS67 or MS68 extremely scarce. The finest examples, often with flawless fields, sharp strike, full mint luster, and no contact marks, are the ones that grab collector attention and auction premiums. Coins graded MS68 or designated as specimen or proof-like by PCGS or NGC have crossed the $1,000 threshold in private sales and collector markets. One of the most exciting factors that boosts the value of the 1997 D Kennedy half-dollar is the presence of minting errors or die varieties. Some examples include double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes struck through grease, missing clad layers, and even strikes on foreign planchets. These mint errors make each coin unique and significantly increase its value among error collectors. For example, a 1997 D half-dollar with a 10% off-center strike, or with clear doubling on the word liberty or in God we trust, could sell for hundreds, even thousands, depending on severity and condition. The U.S. Mint's large-scale production and aging dies often result in such imperfections slipping into circulation unnoticed, which is why detailed inspection with a loupe or microscope is a must for collectors. The historical and emotional value of Kennedy half-dollars also plays a key role in their desirability. President Kennedy's youthful image, idealism, and tragic end resonate deeply with both older Americans and younger collectors studying history. That emotional connection drives interest in the series and fuels the continued popularity of the coin. Moreover, by 1997, Kennedy half-dollars were rarely seen in general circulation, which means many of the 1997 D issues were tucked away in collections or hoards, not subjected to heavy wear. The few that were handled or used in commerce often show damage, but uncirculated examples remain highly desirable. In recent years, the rise of coin roll hunting and YouTube coin discovery videos has led to a surge in interest in Kennedy half-dollars, particularly among newer generations. Some users have documented finding high-grade coins in bank rolls or old change collections, adding a sense of adventure to the hobby. These discoveries fuel the notion that valuable coins like the 1997 D are still out there, waiting to be found. That coins' affordability in low grades and potential for high value in top condition makes it attractive for both new and seasoned collectors. Investment potential is another aspect that makes the 1997 D Kennedy half-dollar stand out. While it may not be the rarest coin ever minted, its conditionally rare high-grade examples make it a solid modern numismatic investment. As population reports from PCGS and NGC show, relatively few high-MS coins for this date and mint. Demand could rise significantly over time as more collectors seek out registry-quality coins. With increasing awareness and educational content available online, more collectors are recognizing the value hidden in seemingly modern coins. For those lucky enough to own a 1997 D Kennedy half-dollar in exceptional condition or with a mint error, professional grading is highly recommended. Certified coins not only authenticate a coin's quality and attributes but also protect its value in the marketplace. Top grades like MS67 or MS68 or certified errors can drastically change a coin's market position and demand among buyers. In conclusion, the 1997 D. Kennedy $half may appear like a standard modern coin at first glance, but it has all the characteristics that make it valuable to the right collector. From its historical tribute to President John F. Kennedy, its declining use in circulation, and its potential for high-grade rarity and striking mint errors, this coin continues to gain recognition in the numismatic world. With market values for certain specimens reaching $1,000, this $half deserves a second look, especially if you're a collector or investor searching for overlooked treasures, whether found in mint sets, old rolls, or inherited collections. The 1997 D. Kennedy $half proves that modern coins can be modern gold mines, full of untapped value and historical significance.